Sarah and Jake embarked on a road trip, the open highway stretching endlessly before them. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the desolate landscape. As the miles blurred together, Sarah's stomach churned with urgency, forcing them to seek refuge at an abandoned-looking toilet on the side of the road. The decrepit structure, surrounded by gnarled trees, seemed like a relic from a forgotten era. Sarah hesitated at the entrance, an eerie feeling creeping up her spine. Ignoring the unease, she stepped inside, the door creaking ominously behind her. Meanwhile, Jake, waiting outside, wandered aimlessly and stumbled upon a peculiar rock. Examining it, he found nothing remarkable, but an inexplicable chill ran down his spine. Faint footsteps approached, and he turned to face an old woman with her back to him. Startled, he sprinted away without glimpsing her face, his instincts screaming danger. Back in the restroom, Sarah finished her business, her senses heightened by an unspoken fear. Jake burst in, urgency in his eyes as he pulled her towards their motorcycle. Confused, Sarah questioned him, but he remained silent, his gaze locked on an invisible threat. As they sped away, the distant laughter of the old woman echoed, growing louder with each passing moment. Fear clenched their hearts, and Jake warned Sarah not to look back. The laughter persisted, an unsettling soundtrack to their escape. Finally reaching a crowded place, Jake divulged the chilling encounter. Sarah's response was surprisingly indifferent, dismissing his story. Jake attributed it to disbelief, refusing to dwell on the unsettling events. Unbeknownst to them, a lost figure stood near the forsaken toilet. Sarah, seemingly in search of Jake, decided to hitch a ride with passing cars. A driver, curious about her presence, inquired about her situation. "I was with my boyfriend and I needed the restroom urgently, but when I came out, he was gone. I've been trying to reach him, but I can't," Sarah explained, her voice tinged with desperation. The driver offered her a ride, unknowingly setting the stage for a nightmarish journey. The road stretched ahead, darkness swallowing the path behind them. Sarah's mind raced with thoughts of Jake and the enigmatic old woman. As they drove, the driver shared tales of the region, including whispers of supernatural occurrences. Sarah's anxiety heightened as she realized the eerie connection between the stories and her recent experience. The road twisted through desolate landscapes, and a sense of isolation enveloped them. Sarah's attempts to contact Jake remained futile, intensifying her unease. The driver, sensing her distress, warned her about the legends surrounding the area they were entering. According to local lore, a malevolent spirit known as the Veiled Hag haunted travelers. She lured unsuspecting souls with her laughter, leading them into the depths of despair. As the driver spoke, Sarah's thoughts raced back to the laughter echoing in her ears. The driver suggested seeking refuge in a nearby village, known for its protective charms against supernatural entities. Desperation pushed Sarah to follow the advice, hoping to unravel the mystery surrounding Jake's disappearance. The village emerged like a sanctuary in the darkness, its flickering lanterns casting a warm glow. Sarah, welcomed by wary gazes, shared her harrowing experience with the villagers, their faces contorted with concern, recognizing the ominous laughter as the Veiled Hag's call. In a hushed tone, an elder revealed that looking directly at the spirit could trap a soul in her clutches. Sarah's blood ran cold as the pieces fell into place. Jake's urgency, his refusal to share details, and her own encounter at the forsaken toilet. Determined to rescue Jake, Sarah sought the guidance of the village's spiritual leader. The elder, versed in ancient rituals, devised a plan to confront the Veiled Hag. Armed with talismans and incantations, they embarked on a perilous journey into the heart of the haunting grounds. As they approached the forsaken toilet, the air thickened with malevolence. The village elder led the way, chanting protective prayers. Sarah clutched the talisman, her heart pounding with a mix of fear and determination. In the darkness, the Veiled Hag's laughter echoed, growing more frenzied. The elder urged Sarah to keep her gaze averted, focusing on the incantations to ward off the spirit. The air became charged with an otherworldly energy, and the very ground seemed to pulse with a sinister force. Suddenly, the laughter ceased, replaced by a haunting silence. The elder's chant reached a crescendo, dispelling the oppressive atmosphere. As the first light of dawn broke, the forsaken toilet stood empty, devoid of the malevolent presence that had tormented Sarah and Jake. Exhausted but triumphant, they returned to the village, The elder explained that the ritual had banished the veiled hag temporarily, while giving them time to find Jake's lost soul. Sarah, fueled by a newfound determination, set out on a quest to rescue her boyfriend from the clutches of the spirit realm. The road ahead was fraught with challenges, but Sarah, armed with the village's protection, ventured into the unknown. Her journey unfolded like a supernatural odyssey, with each step bringing her closer to a reunion with Jake and the resolution of the haunting tale that had ensnared them both. As Sarah ventured deeper into the mystic realms, the landscape transformed into a surreal dreamscape. Eerie whispers filled the air, guiding her toward an ethereal gateway where the boundaries between the living and the supernatural blurred. The village's talismans glowed with an otherworldly energy, offering both guidance and protection on her quest. Haunted by the memories of the forsaken toilet and the spectral laughter, Sarah pressed on. The path twisted through shadowy groves and winding streams, each step resonating with an otherworldly pulse. The spirits of the land, sensing her purpose, seemed to part the veil, revealing glimpses of Jake's essence dancing between realms. Sarah encountered ethereal guardians along the way, spiritual entities that tested her resolve. With the guidance of the village elders' teachings, she navigated through challenges that manifested as illusions and spectral trials. Her determination wavered at times, but the memory of Jake's urgency and the promise of his soul's liberation fueled her onward. As Sarah delved deeper, the spirits whispered tales of the veiled hag's curse, a malevolent force that sought to ensnare lost souls. It was said that the only way to break the curse was to confront the veiled hag herself and negotiate for Jake's release. The thought of facing the very entity that had terrorized them sent shivers down Sarah's spine, but she steeled herself for the impending confrontation. Guided by the spectral trail, Sarah reached the heart of the supernatural realm. There, amid an ethereal fog, the veiled hag materialized, an ominous figure cloaked in shadows. Her laughter echoed like a haunting melody, sending chills through Sarah's core. With determination in her eyes, Sarah addressed the veiled hag, demanding the release of Jake's soul. The air thickened with tension as the ancient spirit considered her plea. The negotiation unfolded like a delicate dance between the living and the spectral, each word resonating with the weight of centuries-old grievances. In the midst of the negotiation, Sarah uncovered the tragic tale of the veiled hag, an existence marked by loneliness and bitterness. The spirit, once a mortal betrayed by love, had become a malevolent force, perpetuating her suffering onto others. Sarah, empathizing with the spirit's plight, offered a glimmer of compassion. As dawn approached in the supernatural realm, an unexpected alliance emerged. The veiled hag, touched by Sarah's compassion, agreed to release Jake's soul. A surge of ethereal energy enveloped Sarah as the veiled hag fulfilled her end of the bargain. In that moment, the malevolent spirit dissipated, leaving behind a lingering echo of gratitude. Sarah found herself back at the forsaken toilet, the first rays of sunlight breaking through the darkness. The village's protective talismans dimmed, their purpose fulfilled. Exhausted yet triumphant, she realized that the haunting tale that had ensnared them had finally come to an end. A sense of closure washed over Sarah as she found Jake's soul reunited with his physical form. The couple, now free from the clutches of the supernatural, embraced in the quiet aftermath of their harrowing journey. The once forsaken toilet stood as a silent witness to the extraordinary events that had unfolded. Together, Sarah and Jake returned to the village, grateful for the support and wisdom they had gained. The villagers, recognizing their bravery, celebrated their triumph over the veiled hag's curse. The tale of their supernatural odyssey became woven into the fabric of local lore, a testament to the resilience of love and the power of compassion in the face of spectral adversity.